Today we are going to review the Art Walker acrylic marker set. These are the swatches that I've done so far. I noticed that they color pretty smoothly and there's no streaks, which is very nice in comparison to the usual markers that I use, which are the King Art water-based markers. Since I'm on live stream, I'm going to continue testing these colors and then update you guys. In the 24 pack, they do come in a standard variety of colors. You have 2 yellows, 2 different shades of brown, a couple of shades of purple and pink, and you also have a lot of blue and green, along with a white marker, a black marker, and a gray marker. Also, excuse the messiness, this is pretty much my art studio, so take what you will. So here is how the colors apply to the paper. This is R15, which is a sky blue color. It's really smooth. Sometimes it'll kind of dig into the paper a little bit, but then when it dries, it doesn't really become an issue. At least they don't bleed through the paper. Also, a funny thing that I've noticed about the top of these is that the labeling font is like not consistent at all. Like, I don't know, it doesn't matter, but it's just really strange to me. I've never seen that before. Also, this tip on these markers is very similar to my King Art markers, and it's really good because you can make thin and thick lines when you're coloring with these. Now, I am very intrigued by this white marker because I do not know if it's actually going to do anything. So, let's see. Oh, wow. You can see it sitting on top of the paper. In person, it's much more faint. But now I'm wondering if this white can layer over other colors. And pen. It may not look like it on camera, but in person, this black is extremely dark. It's actually nice. I know that with some markers, they can be kind of like an off greenish or off bluish color, but this is surprisingly like pitch black. And then this is the gray color. So here are all of my plain swatches before I put them through a couple of tests. We will be testing how these markers work with different materials, such as the G2 Pilot Pen, pencil, Sharpie, and King Art markers. These are all things that I normally use when I draw in my sketchbook. Let's put them to the test. Here is the shade R16 with pencil. Oh wow, I'm actually quite impressed. The way that the marker layers over the pencil is actually pretty good. It's way more than I expected it to be. You can still see a little bit of the pencil, but it's not a lot. It's very subtle. Here is the shade R12 with the King Art markers. Now, of course, this depends on the shade. This was a little bit less satisfactory, but if you do plan on blending colors, this probably isn't a bad option. Though you can still see the distinct line of where the two colors meet. This is the shade R19 with pen. A little iffy. The pen still shows through and it smudges even though it's had like 10 minutes to dry. Lastly, this is the shade R18 with Sharpie. Wow. This layers seamlessly. It's even more impressive that the color being layered over is darker. It's a classic black Sharpie with this acrylic marker in a denim blue shade. Now I want to see what this white will do with another one of the markers from the set. That is pretty impressive. This will actually help me when it comes time to do little details in white. It layers pretty well for what this set is worth. Thanks to the tip that I was talking about earlier, you can make all different kinds of lines. So you can go small, large, or medium. I would say that these markers are pretty versatile for what they are. I'm going to give these a solid 9.5 out of 10.